Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started.
And off we go from Seattle.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep.
Here they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he goes out right around the 39. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Attack!
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are on the board first here this afternoon. Point after try forthcoming. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Niners 7, Seahawks nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You look at this Niner defense.
This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
We're going to 54. Wide. Yeah! Hey, kill! 26.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Seahawks at 10-5 to start play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on.
Walker hit and the ball is out, but it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads, and you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And his throw here's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And Mahomes sees something. He'll change the play.
Yellow. Hey, Ripley.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
43. Yellow. 15.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now here's Mahomes. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When you talk about this Seahawk defense,
it's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
The 20.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
We're going to 54. Wide in. Hey, here we go. Here we go. Going to 53. Wait, take it.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
At the 49ers 15-yard line.
Now Prescott. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Yeah. Here we go. Wait, take. Wait, take.
Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's 4th. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's 4th. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 6 yards away.
And the Niners are able to extend their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
47. 47. 46.
Throwing, Prescott. He sets to fire deep. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Yeah! Here we go! Right take! Hey, kill!
Now Prescott. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Yeah, here we go. Ready to take.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Over the middle, complete. It's Walker.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Everybody kill. Here we go. Go to 54. Why?
Prescott now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Yeah! Here we go! Ready, take!
Here's Prescott. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
43! Hey, Sunday, yellow! Hey, 43, 15! Hey, 57!
Now Mahomes. Going for the deep ball.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. Now he's loose at the 40.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
second and
So they're
6.
going to 54. Why ain't? Hey, 47. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Ready? Ready?
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Here we go, 40.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
26.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
I don't need to. Hey, 57, color. 50.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Ford. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Mahomes now to throw.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just past the 35. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Second and 10.
What do you think?
Here's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, here we go. What do you think? Where do you think? What do you think?
To throw is Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Ken Walker And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. They throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Attack! Yellow! Attack! 15!
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Yellow! Hey, rip list! 50, yellow! March high!
From the gun, it's Mahomes.
And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Yellow!
Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. Able to locate his running back open downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Yellow! Attack! 15! Attack!
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
15!
Back to throw again.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Prescott to throw it. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Yeah!
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott fires one out wide, complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Kill! 47. We're going to 54 wide.
4th down, Prescott.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it.
And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a two-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
15. Hey, 57, 57. Yellow. Easy. 43, 43.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Brandon Ayuk
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Done. There we go, going to 53. What do you think?
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. And the 49ers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Throwing now is Mahomes. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Now here's Mahomes. He finds his man complete. That's 4th. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
Yellow.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers. And ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Haynes. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now Moody for the PAT.
And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Hey, 43, 15. That's right.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's got his big tight end here. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
And 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. That's fourth. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Hey, 57, color. Hey, 15. Hero, 15.
Now it's Mahomes again. Eluding the pressure right. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Lewis Seen.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, They're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Touchdown, 49ers! Brandon Ayuk with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And the 49ers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25.
17.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Brandon Ayuk with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the 49ers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling.
Now 2nd and 3.
Yeah, here we go.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go, go to 54, go to 54, wide in.
Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Yeah, here we go.
Now Prescott. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. Prescott now. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Moody good with the extra point.
And that will cut this lead down to 25.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because
puts it on the carpet, it's out. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Attack, attack!
Mahomes throwing on fourth.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 11 there on 4th and 10. Didn't get it by much, but it is a first down.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Attack, attack! 15, 15! Yellow, yellow!
Now Mahomes. And now here's another interception.
Now inside the 25.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And that pick six a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth-quarter lead.
He's got a man. That's caught left sideline.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
He finds his man, complete. That's Haynes.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Yellow. Yellow, 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 yellow.
Mahomes now to throw.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Mahomes to throw once more. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Niners on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Niners are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long. When they throw the football, they're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make. And there's another one there, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
Back to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
And again, it's Mahomes. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the 49ers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Hey, 47. Then we're going to 53. Here we go, 47. Here we go, going to 54, going to 54. 26.
Desperation time, Prescott on 4th. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Niners take over in terrific field position. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
2nd and 1 now from the 21.
Yellow. Hey, Ripley.
Mahomes going to throw. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown This thing is ugly. The call is to go for one and kick the... And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Niners 63, Seahawks 31.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
After on the 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the 49ers will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early.